Welcome back, guys, to Tabletop Vibes. Today we are reviewing Timelancers by Party Tales. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And what'd you think, Adam?
Okay, so in Timelancers, you're playing as a mercenary trying to evade the
Time police
enforcers. And revise and mess up time, get goods and money, and do it all over again.
Right.
And so this is a really fun game. It's super. It kind of like mind blows you.
Right. So this is a resource gathering game, but it's not an engine builder per se.
Not in a traditional way.
Right. So you are kind of sort of building an engine, but the crux of the game is that time can constantly be rewritten.
Yeah.
So all of your systems that you've created change.
Yeah. So you have like your own player board that has like different locations that you can do in your headquarters or your time machine.
Right.
And so there's different ages. You have modern, Middle Ages, and
ancient ages. And so the idea is that you go to these spots, and when you go there, if you have the resources corresponding to the different events, if then you can capture that event and you put it in your time machine.
Yeah. So my first event was what was it? Oh, it was the Great Taj Mahal.
There you go.
And so I captured that event. You look at each one has like the year, and you're supposed to put it in chronological order.
And that,
hopefully,
yes. And that is one thing that we learned very early on. We put the latest event right smack dab in the middle of our board.
That was the worst decision.
So the problem is that every future events have to go to the left of that event, and that messes up all of your placements. So lesson learned on that one. Make sure that you're critically thinking about where you're putting your events.
You also start off with side jobs in the start of your setup, which kind of help you like focus in on what age you want to go for.
Right.
If you read the card right. We both didn't read the card right, picked our card and captured it for our first reserve card that you get, and we were wrong.
Yes.
We did it incorrectly.
Right, so that's the thing. The side jobs definitely help you kind of give a direction. The other thing that gives you direction is everybody has a faction that they've been hired by to complete all their nefarious deeds. And so when you're going around and doing actions for them, you can fulfill their various requirements. And that's one of the end game triggers is you fulfill all 4 of the events, all 4 of their goals, and that triggers end game. But unlike traditional games, once you fulfill a goal, if time gets revised,
this is where it gets fun.
You can actually lose those goals that you've done because, again, time changed.
And you can do it to yourself.
Yes, you can.
So like if you trigger a revise action, it starts where that card that you revised, and it goes chronological order, and it revises all the cards, and it also flips the color of those tiles in the middle of the board to its double side. They all have double sides. But you can also, like Jason was just saying, you can lose already gained goals because of stuff like that.
Right. And those tiles represent the entire city. So you have the city of Janusburg.
It looks like Janusburg. I think it's like Jamanzun or something like that.
But basically how the board layout is kind of cool. So the idea is that you lay out your 7 tile center, and then you can basically put the tiles wherever you want as long as it's touching 2 other tiles to build up on either side. So you really have a lot of replay value in terms of how many different configurations you can get every turn. And as Adam indicates, these tiles will constantly flip as you're revising time corresponding to the color of the event that you're revising. So a lot of different
it's a lot of moving parts for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I mean, with 4 people, I mean, time's going to be flipping all over the place, which is the point, and it's really cool. I think the one thing that we underutilized in our playthrough was our time headquarters board. You start to capture these cards, and the cards have like time, they have flavor text of like what the event was, and they also have stuff that you can get like resources wise, or it like discounts other resources. And so, but when you start gaining all these cards in your tableau, in your headquarters, you can start playing on these actions that we were like, all of a sudden it was like, light bulb.
Absolutely. And I would say one of the most useful ones there for anybody playing the game, little trick, little secret, one of the most useful ones we found was the reduction of time gems. So every time you go to these spaces, you have to pay the required cost unless you get an upgrade, which you can get on the city board, or you have a reduction on one of your event cards that has, let's say, pay 1 gem less. and you almost have free reign on the board. So once we got there, we're like, whoa, this is a lot better, a lot easier.
Right, you're not traversing around the city now trying to
definitely
dodge.
Get one of those when you're playing.
You're not trying to dodge the enforcers anymore because, I mean, you still have to at some level.
Right.
But it makes it easier to gain some goods that you might need. The other cool part is those aren't guaranteed abilities every single time because if time flips and your card gets rotated, there goes that ability. But now you have a different action that you can take.
Exactly.
So it's a lot of, oh man, it's just a lot of layers.
Yep.
It's a whole time warp. Right?
Quite literally.
Quite literally, yeah.
So yeah, with the enforcers, so the general idea of these is ways to lock down specific areas. So if you have an enforcer in a certain location, you can't go into it, you can't pass through it, but every turn they'll move to a different location.
They have their own deck.
And on top of that, to kind of build in the more thematic portion of the game, when you can move up to three times in a turn. Every time that you move to a location, you take that action, and usually it's either capturing an event or gathering resources. So you're always getting stuff, you're always doing things. Right. But in the city, you can't backtrack. And that really hurt us.
It doesn't seem like a big deal.
Right.
But like if you need this one thing and you
need it twice, you can't get it twice. Now you can go in an entire circle, so you can kind of get it that way. But a lot of times you're just kind of locked out, and especially if the enforcers are going to be going to the location next to your location, you could be in a situation where you basically freeze yourself into a corner of the board for an entire turn.
I did have that happen to me, and then I also got forced that I had to go take it. I mean, to utilize my 3 moves, which it's in your best benefit to use all 3 of your moves. But then, like, I didn't really need to go to this location, but there is enforcers on either side. I can't go back. I'm going to the bank.
Exactly.
Get some money.
Exactly.
Which is good.
So all in all, this game, like we said, if you complete the 4
main goals,
that's the in-game trigger, or you get 9 cards in your tableau, that's also the in-game trigger. And that doesn't mean that person won, just in-game trigger.
Because I ended it, and Jason beat me. So,
so it's made up of a number of your side jobs, your factions, all the events that you're capturing. When you capture them, you get gold, but those are also your endgame victory points as well.
Yeah, each card has like a money symbol on it as well that you're gaining every time you capture and put it into your historical documents or records. But that is also the amount of merits or victory points that you're gaining at the end of the game. Right. So you're trying to switch those around to maximize points.
And money and leftover resources also count towards victory points. All in all, I would say the person who's the most disruptor of history is probably going to win.
Right? If you can mess up history a ton, then you're doing something right.
Which again is more thematic in the game.
The theme comes through like a whole lot.
Yeah.
This is a prototype, so I know that some of the pieces and things will change. But even this, I mean, if you can imagine what it would be like actual copy. It's good art, and the components are really nice.
Absolutely.
And I mean, the goods that you're getting are fun, right? You got suitcases. You got medic.
Yep. You got little medic kits.
It's like camouflage or some sort of disguise. That's what it is. Movie theater or theatrics. And so you're gaining all these things to be able to buy and capture events. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, we really enjoyed the game. And once we figured out that, hey, start using your time machine, really sped up the game and really got good results from it. So that's another key point to do.
Yeah, definitely utilize your headquarters main board. Yeah, this game is coming out to Kickstarter very soon. I believe it's at the end of this month. I think it's June 23rd or 29th, somewhere around that area. So make sure you check out their link and check out their Kickstarter. Like, subscribe, comment if you like time travel games or shows. And always, thanks for watching, and we'll check you next time.